Welcome to the At Work Occupational Safety and Health Administration Certification video series. Today we'll cover Safety and Health Administration requirements. Generally, all employers and employees in the U.S. are covered by the Occupational Safety and Health Act of 1970. Administration and enforcement of the Act are in the hands of OSHA. The first subject we're going to cover is machine guarding. It is essential for protecting workers from needless and preventable injuries. When machines are not properly guarded, injuries could include crushed hands and arms, severed fingers, blindness, and fatalities. Most employers with 11 or more employees are required to maintain an OSHA Form 300, Log of Work-Related Injuries and Illnesses. Employers should only log OSHA recordable injuries and illnesses. This would include work-related fatalities, injuries or illnesses involving days away from work or restrictions, and injuries and illness requiring medical treatment. So they would not include injuries or illnesses that involve first aid only. The record-keeping forms can be downloaded from the OSHA website in Excel, which makes maintaining these forms much easier. This is the OSHA Form 300A, and it is a summary of the work-related injuries and illnesses. Employers must post the 300A for employees to review from February 1st until April 30th. They usually post the summary near the time clock or in the break room. This posting period is a perfect time to update your client-side evaluations because the OSHA log information will be easily accessible. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, includes all clothing and other work accessories designed to create a barrier against workplace hazards. Employers are required to assess the workplace to determine if hazards that require the use of PPE are present or are likely to be present. PPE includes safety glasses, face shields, hard hats, safety shoes, gloves, hearing protection, and respirators. This is the Hazard Communication Standard, or HCS. The purpose of the HCS is to ensure that the hazards of all chemicals produced or imported are evaluated, and that the information concerning their hazards is transmitted to employers and employees. It is sometimes called the Right to Know Law, because employees have a right to know the hazards associated with the chemicals they work with or are potentially exposed to. Employers are required to inventory hazardous chemicals in their workplace, prepare and implement a written hazard communication program, ensure all in-plant containers are properly labeled, obtain data safety sheets or SDSs for all hazardous chemicals and make them accessible to employees, and provide training to all employees, including temporary employees. One of the most important safety programs for companies to implement is Lockout-Tagout. Lockout-Tagout refers to specific practices and procedures to safeguard employees from the unexpected energization or startup of machinery and equipment, or the release of hazardous energy during service or maintenance activities. OSHA estimates that compliance with the Lockout-Tagout standard prevents 120 fatalities and 50,000 injuries each year. Employers must implement a written Lockout-Tagout program, including energy control procedures and employee training. Powered industrial trucks, or PITs, commonly called forklifts or lift trucks, are used in many industries, primarily to move materials. They can be used to move, raise, lower, or remove large or numerous objects on pallets or in boxes, crates, or other containers. All PIT operators must be trained and certified for each worksite. Training must include formal instruction, practical training, and an evaluation of the operator's performance.